Okay, I'm going to explain to you how I built the stairs for my boat. The main beam here is 1.5 inch square tubing. It's 35 inches long. I put it in a vise and I put it at a 45-degree angle in my vise. So then I was able to weld the steps on at 90 degrees to that and used a digital, or not digital, but an angle finder to do that. I welded this as a 1.5 inch piece of square tubing. I put a gusset down here, and the plate is 1/4 inch steel, and it was flat steel, and then I ended up welding a top piece on here. Now it's not welded to the boat at all, but it's held in with 4 1/2 inch grade 5 bolts. Couldn't find grade 8s at the time. I think they'll be fine. The pedals came off of wheelchairs we were throwing away. I work at a nursing home. They actually fold up. The handle is a 1/2 inch black iron pipe, and I heated it up and used my conduit bender and did the angle. Then I drilled a hole into the 1.5 inch square tubing, and so it goes all the way into the square tubing, and then I welded it here after I plumbed and squared it and everything else. They're pretty sturdy. I like them, and yes, I guess I told a guy I thought it was 6 inches. It's more like probably about 4, but I've off and unloaded the boat, I don't know, for the last 2 or 3 months. Never had an issue, even in the high winds. I come in slow though, but it would be something that you'd want to watch. Pretty sturdy. If I remember right, the distance between the steps is about 10 inches. There you go. 1, 2, 3, and right into the boat. Somebody else wanted to see my 1982 Ranger. She is a sweetheart. She has the original engine. I rewired the battery well the best I could without pulling new wire. Put in car fuses. I have lights and let's see, I'll tell you what, let me turn on, oh, by the way, there's battery disconnects, both for my trolling motor battery and for the cranking battery. Back here I put in USB charger for anybody who's fishing behind me. I put gas shocks in all of the compartments. The back live well has, oh, there you go, LED with, as you can see, a magnetic switch. Little console I built, it's removable. I'm trying not, the dash was wood grain. I ordered a piece of vinyl, put it, the old one on, and run it across my, good Lord, when you get old, my memory's gone. My router table, and routed out the shape exactly, and then cut the holes for the gauges. Got rid of a few stuff like the old flasher. Replaced all the switches, LED, lights over here on the side. There we go. And all different lights. I have a jack plate, so I have jack plate switch here. I have USB charger for my phone, battery readout here. Fixed all the lights and the gauges. They were all good, they just had bad grounds. Put LED port and starboard lights on the front. Got this little step, put the cup holders here. Lights in here, all my storage, measuring It's all held up with gas shocks, slam latch, storage here, LEDs. Now, 38-year-old boat. I don't own a 6-foot rod. So what I did was, you see I have 12 rods in there, one of them spinning rod. What I did was I put in a recessed trolling motor plate. Also, I don't know if you can see it, the light's not really good. I built this panel here and cut out places for the, redid the switches up here. I know the lighting's not good, but it's in my barn and I'm sorry. So on the rods, I pulled this back out and I dug a nice channel in the foam all the way back to the rod locker, and then I cut the end of it out. So I got a 7'10" rod in there, and probably could go an 8 foot if I wanted to, but I don't use an 8-foot rod. Recessed straps, I like them. Some people do, some people don't. I put one on both sides, and you notice this one's up further than this one because of the distance to the console. I actually left a void from here to here because I'm 6'3", and I thought about later on if I wanted to put a pedal in there, a hot foot, that I would need a little bit more extra room, and I could cut back and get another 4 inches. I've decided so far not to even mess with a hot foot, but I may later on. This is a old TV mount that I redesigned and fixed for my fish finder on the console, and I fished it so that I can spin it around when I'm fishing by myself, and I can see it and the one on the front at the same time. That way, look back and forth. It has better mapping. I put all new Flow-Rite controls. I absolutely love them. New pumps, new automatic bilge pump. Good Lord, I've done a lot. I'm not really fond of the carpet. When I got the boat, somebody had put cheap carpet in here. One of these days, I'm going to put a good 20-ounce carpet in the back of it, or back into it. It has all the original seats. I changed, I have the original fish casting seat, but I changed it to this, just kind of color matching. I will be happy to answer any questions on the steps. Just send me some messages on Messenger, and we'll do that. Show you something else I did. You can get these, I believe I got them at Lowe's, and see, I ran my wires running here, and then it just pops in, sits in there good. This is Gator, I forget, the same one that makes the keel guard, Gator guard. And I like this, and it covers up a lot of places where people had put different fish finders over the years. I'm the third owner. It's got the original gel coat, or at least that's what I was told, and I'm pretty sure it does because it has some imperfections, but for 38 years old, runs like a dream, and I love it. You're happy to leave comments or whatever. I'm not selling steps. I'm not selling plans to the steps. I'll be happy to help anybody. No problem whatsoever, but I'm not, have no need or have no want to sell anything. Be happy to help anybody any way I can. Thanks a lot.